Do you know? Has anyone seen the kids' film Up? Right, you know the little old man with the glasses on. I swear to you, we were playing away at Sunderland, and a live human version of the man in Up was there.
All right. What's happening, people? Ladies and blokes, welcome to Utter Bloke Nonsense, the FPL podcast from the other side of the pond. We are just a couple of FPL fans who happen to both be in the top approximately 200K now, who love FPL and just want to provide a different perspective and slightly different sense of humor, just slightly different type of content than the FPL content creators out there who are down in the muck and mire, high ranks. Could not be us. We're not bought into the content creator bubble. We're doing our own thing and we're thriving. But yeah, this episode we've got a game week 8 recap. Oh, intros. I'm JJ.
I'm Rabbit.
And yeah, we've got a game week 8 recap of our FPL weeks. It was an interesting week. I'm honestly just going to hop right into mine and share it.
Go for it. Someone got a casual 100 points.
Yes, the first 100-pointer of the season was achieved. I don't even know if I got 100 points once last season. So last season, I think I've mentioned on the podcast before, but I refused to bring in Mohamed Salah, which was such a mistake. But if it was this season, maybe I was just ahead of the time. You know?
Yeah.
Maybe I was thinking ahead because this season, yeah, Salah is not doing so too hot. But yeah, I had a 33-point green arrow this week, 100-pointer, which feels so good. Once you get into triple digits, it's the greatest feeling. I'm up into the top 200K, which is pretty crazy. I went from 957,000 up to 182, around 183 if you round up. But it was a good game week. Looking at the team, almost everyone returned, really, and I had a lot of big hauls. I think that was really, anytime you get 100 points, unless you have like an amazing triple captain or bench boost or something like that, it's usually from a bunch of hauls. And I got lucky. I held on to some guys, made some good picks, I guess. But yeah, Dubravka, we talked a little bit last episode debating whether I wanted to bring in someone for Vicario, probably Raya, maybe Pope. Or I even mid-episodes, I think I just noticed that Dubravka was playing Leeds at home. So I ended up just riding with him, and he had a really good game week. He had a 9-pointer, a clean sheet. He had save points, and then also he had 2 bonus as Burnley defeated Leeds 2-0. Calafiori scored an absolute banger. It was offside though, but I don't know if you saw that goal. It's crazy.
I don't think I did. No.
It was somehow he was he bolted down the field because he was offside, like past the defensive line on like a break that Arsenal had. But Trossard crossed it into him the first time, like just ripped it cross goal. It was an unbelievable goal, but it didn't count. They ended up just winning 1-0. Pretty classic Arsenal scoreline. But he still got a 6-pointer. You know, he's one of the lower performing Arsenal defenders, but I got a route into the Arsenal defense for relatively cheap. Can't really be mad about it. One of the real stars of the game week for both of us, though, was Nordi Mukiele, whose graces we have sung on this podcast. And he came good. I mean, at this point, he's got to be up there. I didn't look at the defenders' rankings, but he's probably one of the top Actually, he missed the first couple of games, but even still, he's got to be like top 15 in terms of points for defenders, and maybe even more than that. Honestly,
He's at the 9th highest scoring.
yeah. So I mean, yeah, he had a good game week. I think Sunderland's defense is just really good. We could talk about this later, but I love him as an asset. I mean, he got. Let's go to the screen. He got a goal. He got a clean sheet. He got 3 bonus, and he got def cons. Really, one of the most satisfying hauls that you could possibly get in FPL. Marcus Senesi, slightly underwhelming. He did get the def cons. He had 20, which is pretty insane. I honestly didn't even realize that, but 20 is crazy.
I mean, he also had a clean sheet up until like the 60-something minute, and like I was texting you, I was begging Areola to drag him off like he did last week or the last game week. Yeah,
he should have been hooked. I mean, he was really close to getting.
He could have got that red card. Yeah, that red card.
He,
I think honestly, I'm sort of surprised I didn't give it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think it should have been a red because I actually think that Sarr dove a bunch in that game, but like especially both the times that Senesi like kind of bumped into him or slid into him the other time. But yeah, I mean, it could have been a red. I mean, Sarr was through on goal and then went down, I think, because he thought it could have been a red, and then it didn't end up happening. Senesi got away with just a yellow, but did concede 3 goals. But those DEFCON points, they're so good. Like, honestly, if this was last year in fantasy, it would have been a 0-pointer with the goals conceded and everything. And now it's as if he just played a game without anything, which isn't great. But Paquetá did the same thing for West Ham. But yeah, those were my only 2. Well, no, then Victor Gyökeres. Yeah, Paquetá, a little disappointing. I think I actually want to talk a little bit about that later. Bruno Fernandes somehow got 3 bonus. I mean, the assist was really nice first time. But he is a bonus point merchant. Like when I think I mentioned this on one of our last podcasts, but when he gets any sort of goal contributions, he almost always gets bonus points. Even though like United kind of score and concede a lot of goals, but just because he's like a BPM merchant, kind of, he like passes the ball so much, he wins it back a good amount. He just does a lot of the things that give you bonus points in the game. So he got 3 somehow, despite not even scoring a goal in a game where 3 different players scored. Cody Gakpo with a 7-pointer hit the post about 25 times in that game too, which is crazy. Yeah. He honestly could have had a hat trick and it would not have even been that crazy because I mean he scored a really easy like tap in basically. Well, I don't know. It's like it was Chiesa hit it really hard. It's like a kind of shot. Impressive. Yeah, it was kind of impressive for him to knock it in, but then he had one breakaway where he knocked it off the post.
That first chance, I thought I was like, this is it. Yeah.
I know. And then honestly, at that point, it felt like the game was over too. Like even though United was winning, when he hit that shot before like we realized it was going to hit off the post, I was like, all right, Liverpool's coming back. Like,
yep.
But no, they lost. They had so many chances though, but they just could not finish. Isak and Verts they might actually be bad. Ekatike got subbed on, and they were immediately so much better.
Still good, yeah.
And good. Slot, I don't know if Slot knows that he can like just
change
put in
the team.
Yeah, like keep informed players into the lineup and sub out guys who were playing terribly. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, Isak blanked again, but he's in neither our teams, so that doesn't really matter. Semenyo, really, he could have had 2 assists. It was very weird. I don't know if you saw the first one where it hit off of his back. But they said that since it was an inadvertent deflection off of his back on a corner that it didn't count as an assist. He still got an assist for a second goal, which was like low-key less of an assist than the first one, in my opinion, because it took a crazy deflection. But that is, I mean, we talked about the rules before the season. Like, that now counts as an assist. So fair play. I mean, he's just so good. He has basically returned every single week this season. And yeah, he's just great. Captain Holland, I don't even think that really helped my rank at all, since he was at pretty much 200% effective ownership. But you got to do it. I mean, I could have captained Mateta and Mukiele and gotten slightly better, but
Captain Mookie would have been just so brave.
Captaining a defender against Wolves might be the move.
Honestly,
yeah. I'm half joking, but I am keeping. I'm not making a transfer for my keeper just because Dubravka plays Wolves next week.
Oh yeah, no, that's a perfectly good pick. Yeah.
Yeah. Mateta, wow, like an amazing performance from him. Hat trick. He got the penalty finally. Yeah, he should have had. He honestly could have scored like 5 goals in this game. I feel like.
Yeah.
Like Crystal Palace had so many chances. They should have won for sure. I feel like they got unlucky / just were not really clinical at all with their finishing, which is a bit of a trend with them. To be fair, I think it's why Mateta dropped in price before this game week. But thank you for that. A lot, like, people dropped him, and so that helped my rank even more. I needed it, and I didn't want to run from the grind. I needed the adversity to succeed. Speaking of adversity, Victor Gyökeres. Yeah. I was just telling Rabbit that I was looking at his FotMob stats page, and he has not scored a goal in all competitions, which includes I think 4 national team games, 2 cup games, and however many league games that's been since September 13th. So he's in a generational drought, honestly, especially compared to last year where he scored like 80 goals. So I don't really want him in my team anymore, to be perfectly honest. But
he's not worth it. He's not.
I don't think he's worth 9 mil at all. But he does have really good fixtures for 2 of the next 3 game weeks. So it's a bit of a conundrum. I think I'm probably going to keep him. I'll share my plans for next game week actually right now, since we're talking about it. So yeah, this is my team. Actually, I'll go to my let's just see who's starting and benched. I'm gonna bench Mateta, I think, which is crazy considering he just got a hat trick. And
what is Arsenal away? So
he price rose. Yeah, I mean, Arsenal is like I mean,
it is like probably the hardest fixture of the season.
Yeah, it is. It's like, no matter what you say about him, whether it's terror tactics or whether it's just like being a good defense or a little bit of both or whatever. Yeah, it's like Arsenal at home is just a tough fixture. So probably going to bench Mateta. It's going to start Gyökeres, even though honestly I debated benching him too over Mateta. I'm bringing Paquetá. I'm keeping Paquetá in just because it's Leeds. But as I mentioned earlier, I just don't feel great about West Ham as a whole. That game today had some of the most putrid vibes for like a home game I'd ever seen. The stadium was like practically empty. It was crazy.
Oh, brother.
It's Nuno's first home game. I think I was trying to. I didn't actually know why. I think maybe they like against the current owner of West Ham.
I mean, the club leadership has been pretty horrendous.
Yeah,
it's just it's weird because the fans sort of turned on Moyes towards the end, And although it was a pretty bad season, like they still like. I mean, if you compare Spurs's season like under Ange to Moyes' last season under West Ham, West Ham under Moyes was definitely better. They won the
Yeah,
Conference
for
League.
sure.
They were in a relegation fight for a little bit, but it was still generally better with the talent he had on hand. You know, like Spurs' squad last season had so much more going for it. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, maybe it was the end of the road for Moyes, but like, yeah, they have not recovered.
I mean, it's crazy too because Moyes is now cooking with Everton. So that was just a mistake. They've gone through 3 managers after him, and they've all been pretty bad. So not ideal, or maybe 2. Potter, yeah, I guess just Potter and Nuno. But
Oh,
still,
Lopetegui, the
Lopetegui,
forgotten man.
dude, Lopetegui, the goalie. I don't think this is like a completely unfounded just belief that I have is that former goalkeepers are not good managers, which is actually crazy because Nuno also was a goalie. But yeah, Nuno is actually one of the few managers that has kind of made me think twice about that. But he's got to prove it here with West Ham, and he's letting me down so far. I thought Pochettino was going to be a nice little snipe after he came, but not yet. I do need to make a change in the defense because I have Anderson is flagged, and I wasn't planning on playing him anyway. And really, Mukiele versus Chelsea. You never know, like with how good Sunderland's defense is, like it's possible they could still do well, and they'll probably get DEFCONs. But Matty Cash is sticking out like a sore thumb in this team. I honestly don't really know what I was thinking bringing him in because he's been like, from an FPL perspective, like just he's only blanked. And Aston Villa, they've improved slightly, I guess, but they don't get clean sheets, and I just don't really know what to think of them still. So I don't really want a defender, especially because their schedule actually gets a little bit tougher. So I'm actually thinking of bringing in the Newcastle defender. I just looked up how to pronounce his name before this. Malik Chow. Thea. Yeah, that's how it's spelled.
Oh.
But yeah. But yeah, it's apparently it's Malik Chow, like CHOW. So yeah, I'm thinking of bringing him in, just because I like, as we mentioned, Newcastle defense is very good. He actually, in the games that he's played, he has the most DEFCONs of any Newcastle defender, and also the best goal threat, at least in terms of like XG, which we know can be a flawed stat, but there's question marks about whether he's starting or not, which is the downside. But I don't know. I think he's good.
The Geordies go like Malik Chow, Malik Chow, Malik Chow, Chow, Chow.
I feel like give the Geordies a player who's named Chow, and I feel like it could get problematic real quick. I don't know.
They get hungry. That's what they get.
Exactly,
okay.
Dude. Those big bellies that are hanging out of the shirts. The
frozen
tattooed bellies.
Tattooed nips.
But yeah, I guess that's it. That was kind of a long spiel, but that's my team, and
I mean, it was a really good week.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. 100
I gotta
points
get my
with no
flowers
chips
while I
is just
can
freakish.
still.
Honestly, when I saw your team and Paqueta was yet to play, I was like, I mean, who's to say he doesn't get fucking a 10-pointer right now? You know, because like that would just be the cherry on top when things are going your way. You get your like Paqueta, who's sort of the punt in your team, just like also pops off. Like it could have happened. Honestly,
it really could have.
Like,
he was looking good for the first 5 to 10 minutes of that game, and then for the rest of the game, Brentford just dominated. And honestly, they should have scored more.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'll stop staring and give the screen over to you, Rabbit.
Yes, my mid ass week. Well, it was okay. Am I
That's selling
live?
yourself short a little bit.
Yeah. So yeah, 73 points, a 3-point green arrow. It was all right. Yeah, like I am sort of fiending for a double-digit green arrow at this point. I consider this a gray arrow because I have high standards now. We're both in the top million. We're both gotta be aggressive. So this is okay
I said
for
if you
now,
round out
considering
all the
some of the results. I
Indonesian,
guess. Yeah,
if you round out
we
all
have
the
to beat the
Indonesian bots,
Indonesian bots.
yeah,
No, yeah, we'll
you're in
never
the
beat
top
them.
200K easily.
Yeah, I think what really made my game week sort of a mild success was just like this part here for the most part. Like every threat did not return, and I'm sort of just upset that none of my differentials got a double digit return. But yeah,
Well, Gay got
overall,
another assist. It
yeah, I
has to be
know
mentioned.
it's broken player. It's crazy. He's like, yeah, my killer allegedly.
Killer is
But
crazy with the 4-pointer. Yeah.
yeah. So like, I guess like I had, my team was well composed to deal with the threats. But so yeah, Raya, Gabrielle, the Arsenal duo that keeps on returning. Yeah, Gabrielle somehow got an assist. It would have been amazing if he got DEFCONs too, but we move. Burn. Yeah, just I sort of knew that Brighton would have been tough for a clean sheet, but Newcastle defense has been good, so it was okay. I sort of had to play him, and that's fine. Yeah, Lacroix. I honestly I just did not expect that scoreline from that game. To be honest, I feel like when Crystal Palace have played higher level opposition, which I consider Bournemouth to be, I feel like they just sort of frustrate the other team more so than like trying to kill them, with their attack, which ended up
Crazy.
happening.
Yeah, they almost 5
yes,
XG, I think.
yeah, and and if Bournemouth were gonna be kept, not goalless against any team, I would expect Crystal Palace at home. So that's why I pretty much started Lacroix. Senesi got subbed in for Enzo, who did not play, surprisingly. And yeah, as you mentioned, 2 points there. Yeah, sort of surprised Enzo didn't start. He's been being played to death along with João Pedro by Maresca, but Maresca finally gave the South American players a rest after international break, which was okay. Like the first half was really bad for Chelsea, but I'm surprised Forest didn't at least get one goal from that game. But yeah, as soon as they, Caicedo came out in the second half, it was over. Gakpo, he is the best Liverpool attacker, the only Liverpool player worth having.
By far.
Yes.
Ekitike, but Ekitike doesn't play.
If he got minutes.
Yeah.
If Ekitike was actually starting, I would consider it. But it's sort of tough now because there's a lot of good strikers.
It is true.
You got to have Haaland, then you have Voltemada, Mateta. I still think Pedro. People are dumping Pedro. I can sort of understand why. Like from an eye test perspective, it's not so good, but he doesn't need a lot of shots to score. He's just his finishing is still, I feel like, good enough, and the minutes are just ultra secure. I think, yeah, if Enzo's off the pitch again for whatever reason, he's probably on pens with Palmer out for a long time. So that's why I'm sort of sticking with Pedro, and he's got some his better fixtures to come.
Very
Gakpo,
good
best Liverpool attacker. Even he's like the only player worth who wants to try something on the ball. I feel like Liverpool players just really conservative now, which is really crazy coming off of the Klopp years where they're just coked up, so it's Foden, bit of a disappointment. I think I am looking to move him on after Villa this week, probably. It's my goal with Foden was to outscore Rangers, and he did this game by 2 points. So don't forget it. But
Let's go.
I was hoping for like even just modest returns, like an assist. Like would have been really would have made these weeks a lot better, to be honest. But
He had a lot of good
so
chances
I sort of
the
don't know
whole
what to
time
do
you
with
owned
him.
him.
What?
The entire time you had him, he had a ton of good chances, like pretty much
I
every
know,
single game.
yeah. Like I've been watching pretty much every City game since I've had him, and he's been like really good. But his finishing is just honestly bad. Like it's not that like he's not a striker or whatever, but in past seasons he's definitely had he's had chances this season where he would have definitely put one of them away. I think at this point, so it's sort of tough. Like he's definitely in better form, but not getting those returns. And I also just feel like it sucks because I know as soon as I sell him, like City have big games coming up, he's gonna get a goal because he's sort of a big game player, but it's just sort of tough. Yeah, like when Holland is like marked out of the game, Foden will try to step in. So yeah, I'm sort of in a pickle, and it's tough with his price because like I think if I was to sell him, I'll probably go Foden to Sar. I'm a big fan of Sar, but then I really don't know what to do with that extra money, which feels bad. And I'm not going to Bruno. I am boycotting Bruno. I will never go
The
there.
fixtures are good. The fixtures
No,
are
no, they're gonna
good.
suck. United are gonna suck again. I mean, they haven't even been good. They've just been getting weird, fluky.
Yeah.
You know,
Amarim's letting out his last little death rattle before he
yeah.
finally leaves.
He's got like some Ted Lasso-esque results so far, and so yeah, I have a bit of a Foden conundrum. But Semenyo still ticking along. João Pedro, as I mentioned, yeah, he was like sort of not. I didn't watch the Chelsea game, but I could tell that he was not playing as forward as you'd like a striker to be for the most part. He was dropping deep. Also, yeah, Chelsea just did not play so well for half of the game, so he wasn't seeing a lot of the ball. It happens. I still, yeah, like Chelsea still got good fixtures. I'm gonna hold. I wish I sort of didn't let go of Mateta. It just sucks because when I had Mateta, he got 1 or 2 returns, but Sar was pretty much injured that whole time, and Palace's attack with Sar has just been actually good. And before it looked like they're just gonna be like every game is gonna be like 0-0 or 1-1 or 1-0. And I was just like, okay, I could probably do better with my striker pick. But now, yeah, Mateta is looking like the superior pick. But I'm okay with holding João Pedro. Voltemada, my new favorite German striker, not a flop.
Yep,
He's
Kai
already beat the
Havertz
allegations.
overtaken.
Yes. No, honestly, I sort of did have the German striker bias when he was brought in by Newcastle. I was like, he's probably going to suck, but he's been really great. The goal he scored was fantastic. And yeah, for his price, he's really great. Yeah, if you're, I think there's just a lot of good 7.5 around that price strikers that are really good. And Haaland, of course, doing what he does. De Bruyne took 9 points on the bench, sort of sucks, but yeah, it's whatever. I mean, but it just sort of proved to me that he could be a decent bench boost pick. So, and I do really have to think about using chips. I've sort of I'm still in last season mode where I am I need to hold on to my chips, but I think I want to use triple captain with Holland against Leeds at home. I think I might bench boot. I have no idea when to free hit. I have no idea when to free hit, but
same. Yeah, I was just thinking that. Literally no clue.
Yeah.
Maybe when City play Liverpool, but honestly, I think Holland will score. And I only have 2 assets.
I mean, that's not a hard
teams,
fixture.
so.
That's not a hard fixture for City.
For City, yeah.
I'm serious.
I don't even think it's at Etihad. Yeah, I think. No, I'm not going to say anything, but I hope
That's
you win.
yeah, and GI,
Ndrai though, Ndrai
yes.
looked amazing against City, dude.
Oh yeah, he was very good. Yeah, I think that's the no Grealish effect. He was like sort of the center of gravity there. And Anderson, yeah, my two transfers for the week was Richarlison to Voltamata, which definitely paid off, and then Romero to Anderson, which has
Ooh,
yet to pay off.
the
It's sort of annoying.
hamstring. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I saw he went off injured, and I was like, but like at least he's 4.5. I don't have to play him that much, and I might
No,
be able to wait it out.
I think
Yeah,
I'm just
so
trying to think of who. I think he's the best 4.5. I'm just trying like of who's still 4.5 and not like Senesi's obviously 5 now, and
yeah,
same with Gay. I
yeah,
feel like he's probably the best that's still 4.5.
yeah. I
Low
think so too.
key,
That's why I went
actually,
there.
this
Yeah.
is we could talk about it later. Sorry, continue with your team. A Champong, actually, a
um,
Champong at 3.9 though. That's all I'm saying. That's kind of a crazy. I don't know if he's gonna play a lot, but yeah.
I mean, if Badiashil's gonna stay injured, then he will probably keep playing. But yeah, I do like Achimpong as a player for sure. Yeah, if he gets minutes, I mean, it's I think it's fair game. But yeah, it's sort of tough right now. But yeah, overall, pretty decent week. I think I don't want to use a transfer this week. Yeah, because if I have to bin Foden, I definitely want two transfers to use that money. So, and yeah, like Anderson, I expect him to be out. Like I haven't seen any reports, but probably 2 to 3 weeks, probably. So we will see about that. And yeah, I am sort of just fiending for like another punt because I think Foden has mostly run its course. And but yeah, yeah, it's hard to complain really. Honestly, like I still feel like I'm in a good position overall with my rank. But now you've overtaken me, and now it's not a friendly competition anymore. You're my mortal enemy, so it's gonna get real serious. Okay?
Yes, from here on, this is
Yeah,
war.
yeah, it's war.
No, I mean, yeah, I don't think you need to. I agree. I don't think you need to make the transfers. I feel like you've got a good slate. I mean, City, I could see them. I could see Foden scoring. I don't think it's out of the question. It isn't really even that crazy. Villa are just like who knows what's going to happen with Villa. And you have three good defenders who could definitely start over Anderson. So and Lacroix, if you are trying to not play him against Arsenal. So I feel like I think you're in a pretty good spot overall. I also want to say on Draw Pedro, like, I think I get why people are transferring him, actually, like you said, but I also think it's like it's just not the time, I guess, because they have good fixtures. Like he's gonna get chances. He probably will haul in at least one of these games. So I feel like he's if you're like looking at him in your team and not sure, I feel like and I'm talking to the audience here, not you. If there is anybody, no.
Is
But
there anybody out
yeah.
there?
But I think I would say don't get rid of Joao Pedro. I just don't
Yeah,
think it's
like
worth
I
it.
would only say that if you have like 3 or 4 transfers and like
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
but even then, like you shouldn't go Mateta this week. You should go next week.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
Wait till
like
next
it's
week. He has good
so yeah.
fixtures after this
Unless
week,
you
after
maybe
Arsenal.
Voltamata you want to go this week, but like again, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there's just I guess there's just more competition, but is it really worth like Pedro's got the fixtures, so he just
Yeah,
why?
just keep him in there. It's like with Mateta, like I actually did want to talk about this a little bit more. Not even to toot my own horn, but I do think it was pretty crazy that this week, I guess like Bournemouth's tough, but he price dropped, I think at least once and maybe even twice during the international break. And I feel I was just kind of surprised that people were so down on him, I guess. And I feel like like I'm not surprised that he returned. I mean, to get the hat trick is pretty crazy, but he was getting such good chances. And I think, like you said, is actually the key factor. Like when it was Jeremy Pino and Kamada giving him setting him up, it wasn't so pretty. He honestly should have scored a few still and just got unlucky. But Sarr really changed that attack. And yeah, I mean, I like you said, I think Sarr, and like we said last episode too, actually, Sarr is like, I'd say like of any midfielder, really, like regardless of the price, I feel like he's the one to bring in. Maybe not this week because he plays at Arsenal, but who knows? I think I rate him so highly. I could see him scoring against Arsenal even.
He could be like, Arsenal, you should have bought me.
Yeah,
like dunk on Eze.
I mean, he historically performs really good against the good teams. That's kind of his thing. He has hauled against Liverpool pretty much every time he's played against them, dating back to when he was Watford player. So, like, yeah, I mean, I think he's the guy. Let's take a look at some of the fixtures from last week. We actually talked quite a bit. I'm going to put this Palace Forest game, or not Chelsea Forest game up. We talk a little bit about that game, but also about some managerial switches that us on Under Bloke Nonsense are very happy about. I feel like, Rabbit, you're one of the OG Dyche stands, so I want to give you some time to rejoice.
I'm Ange's number one hater and Daichi's number one appreciator. This is a great day for football. Brexit is back. Brexit means Brexit. Okay? And I feel so vindicated. They're going to give Dyche a long-term contract, the contract he deserves. And it's just great. Like, honestly, like, can we just say Ange sucks? Like, he's sort of like, he got the weird English hype, sort of like Graham Potter did.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
There was like a time where Ange looked like a good manager. There was a time where Graham Potter looks like a good manager. But I think we've seen enough of them where it's just like, what do you actually do? Like, Ange just like wants to, like, I don't even know what he was trying to do with Forest. He was put in a pretty tough position, to be fair, but like everything from Spurs was just like, run them into the ground, kill them, kill your players. And yeah, at Forest, they obviously didn't have the squad for it. Like, Forest did play well in this game against Chelsea. But yeah, as soon as Chelsea were able just to get a little bit of luck their way, like, yeah, the heads dropped, they were cooked, and yes, I think Dyche will actually make Forest a decent defense. Maybe not immediately, but I saw that Mario liked the Ange sacked post, which is very funny.
Oh, yeah, Mario was out there just like the hamstring was hanging off the bone.
Yeah,
and he was struggling out there for sure.
So I think Dyche can actually make this squad work pretty well. Yeah,
I think it's kind of
Chris
a perfect
Wood in this
squad
team
for him.
too. Oh, did he work with Chris Wood at Burnley? He might have.
Oh yeah, probably.
The Chris Wood reunion. I'm watching.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's a good team for him. I feel like yeah, it's 5 at the back. I mean, he didn't really play 5 at the back that much, but I think his style of play is suited for it. I think Murillo is kind of like a classic Dyche center back, like that profile of like Tarkovsky and Keane and all those guys. Rio can kind of do that. Like, he's got a banger in his system at some point. Like, he can rip long shots. A banger in his system. It's crazy. He can score. He scores bangers. The man scores bangers. And he's also one of those guys who, like, he kind of lumbers around, but he's more mobile than you actually think. Like, once he gets moving, kind of like Nicholas Sula. from
Yeah.
Dortmund and Bayern. Milenkovic also is like kind of a
Yes.
classic Dyche guy. And honestly, I will say I only watched the first half of this game, but I thought Sangare looked really good. And I was kind of surprised. Like he's been on Palace or on Forest for like 2+ years, I think. But he really he barely played. He was mostly like a reserve. But I thought he was looking like a midfield maestro. Like he was like if Bakayoko was good. To throw it back. But no. I didn't watch this game. But I do think it's funny that Chelsea got another red card.
That was so dumb.
And pretty much everyone who did well in this game is like or at least there's one who now I think is being considered by a lot of people for FPL. But like everyone who got goals or contributions are like not really FPL guys. Like,
yep.
We talked a little bit about Neto at the start of the season, but we thought there's a rotation risk. Achampong was 4 mil and just dropped to 3.9 a couple weeks ago. So like no one really had him. And Reece James maybe is a guy in FPL again.
This is the 4th time in a row he's played 90 minutes.
Yeah.
That must be a record. Like like ever since
he's getting injured next game. No.
Yep, I mean like it would be that would happen to him. But yeah, I did put it in the notes.
Yes.
Like if I get rid of Foden and I go to Sar, I think I might go Reece James because like I have the money for it really, and he plays Wolves that week, in 2 weeks, so it'd
That's
be
a
pretty
good
sick.
fixture.
Yeah. Even though Chelsea defense has been letting me down this season so far, I keep getting reeled back in. I got reeled back into the Chelsea triple up. No,
I was debating this 2 years ago. I swore I would never bring Reece James in FPL again. So I think it's unlikely at this point. But I could go from Matty Cash to Reece James, and I have the perfect amount of funds to do it. So I'm debating that because I do think
honestly, like you could play Reece instead of Paqueta if you want.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna play him instead of Mukiele this week.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying. Like he has such good goal threat that it's definitely valid. And he's gotten DEFCONs. I guess he only got it once, but against Liverpool he got DEFCONs. So it's not out of the question either. I still kind of like Trev too. Chelsea defense I might be trying to buy in because the pictures are so good. And Trev's only 5.1 still, which is pretty good. I just want to see Cells had a really bad rating. Yeah, because this is crazy. They got out XG'd by quite a bit. Cells must have really
that one chance where Igor Jesus hit the underside of the bar, then the post. That was crazy.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Not really deserved, but Ange, goodbye.
Let's see. Slot facing Liverpool sack. There's no way, but I love it. Let's go. Get him out of there.
Let's get the
actually
keep
going. Him. Keep him, Liverpool, please. He's so good. No, I mean, I don't know. I still think he's a pretty good manager, but it's been a rough couple of weeks for those Scousers. We talked about this last week, how Brighton are like I've convinced still, I think we both said this, that they're going to score every game this season. Like they're never going to be held for a clean sheet. And they're probably not even gonna be like, let's see where they are in the table actually. I'm curious. Like, yeah, I feel like 10 is probably about right for their table spot. But like all their games are gonna be like one to something. They're gonna score at least one goal. They actually also really do show up for these big games. They're really good against City historically. I feel like they've played Liverpool well in the past. Not this season. I think they lost to them, but yeah. I mean, Welbeck. I don't think I saw some people considering Welbeck for FPL. I even had him in my team at one point, but I don't think he's a good asset. I would stay away. I think his career high for goals in the season is 10, which is crazy.
That's perfect for him.
Yeah, I mean exactly. So I think stay away. I feel like honestly, I said no one in the Brighton attack is a good FPL asset, and then I brought in Minte. I still think I actually think Ruter is pretty good too, but I feel like Minte is the one if you're looking for Brighton. The fixtures are pretty good moving forward too. They've got United. Where do you see the fixtures? Whatever. I think they play United in within their next couple of games. They also play. They just played Wolves. So it's like United, Leeds, Palace, which is tough, Brentford, Forest, which might be tough at this point. But yeah, the fixtures aren't bad. I don't know, not really that relevant because I don't know if a lot of people are looking to target Brighton or bring in Brighton assets. As we mentioned, this game was wild. Krupi Jr., I think, is actually a pretty good FPL asset, honestly. We talked about this a little bit during the game. This is a long block of text here.
I ain't reading all that. No, but I'm just thinking back to when I was sort of used him as a what's the term, enabler, and now I'm just well, I mean the Evan Nielsen injury, I don't think it's that serious.
Probably not. I do feel like he was better this game than this game for him was better than any of Evan Nielsen's games this season. So he got a little bit fortunate.
He got more than one goal. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's all you needed. But yeah, I mean, I think he's really good. He was really, really good in league last year too. So I feel like it's a matter of time before, I don't know, it might not even be this season, but before he's the guy, the striker at least for Bournemouth. I didn't watch this game live. Munoz had an unbelievable game though. They only gave him the one assist. I thought he had two. He still played really well though. Do you have any other takeaways from what you saw?
No.
Petro Boomin went kind of crazy.
We love Petro. We love Petro on this podcast.
You're pro Petro for sure. One of the great New England Revolution players of all time. So we'll always have that. Yes, I actually did want to talk about this game because the Stadium of Light is a legitimate fortress. Sunderland are unbeaten at the Stadium of Light. I don't think that they've allowed many goals. I mean, they haven't allowed many goals this season, period. They only allowed 6 goals, which is the second best, only behind City and Arsenal. And yeah, I just think that they're good. I think that I don't know if away, I wouldn't be doubling up on their defense or anything, but I feel like at this point in the season, I feel comfortable saying Sunderland at home. I would not want to target that fixture if I had players playing against them, and I would be totally comfortable starting Mukiele for honestly most of their home games. So, Brexit ball is back, as we mentioned.
I'm glad I didn't watch this game.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, me too. I mean, I think Gyökeres could have. He had a chance that he missed. No, not really. 4.4 xG, nothing crazy. Typical
do you
Arsenal
want?
game.
I mean, Gyökeres out. Are we having those discussions?
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about it for sure because he's been bad, and I honestly think he's been so bad that I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't start one of their next few games in the league.
Martinelli redemption.
Yeah, Martinelli. Honestly, I feel better about Martinelli
striker
right now.
is his best position.
Yeah, honestly, he only played 9 minutes. I guess Brazil had a game like on Thursday, which is really weird. So he was probably being rested.
That's so rough.
But the Arteta rotation is also super weird. I feel like Martinelli is like kind of their best forward so far this season. So weird that he didn't play. And then let's talk. Do you have? I mean, you're like the resident Spurs hater. What are your Spurs thoughts?
Xavi Simons is a flop, and Mateus show and tell. What are you doing? Kolo Moani appearance was horrible.
Dude, this was his first game all season, right? Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I mean,
kudos.
the Spurs are just a really mixed bag. I mean, I think they did honestly miss Romero. You know, they had to rest him because of South American international games.
Yeah,
but
South America, they were like, oh, you have a game like the Premier League starts tomorrow. Nah, we like their schedule is crazy.
Yeah, and I don't know why Sarr is not being played for Spurs. It's weird.
I don't know either. I mean, Betancourt, Palhinha, double pivot is like the most negative thing ever.
Yeah, it is sort of a Frankenstein move. It is not a good. It is sort of like. It does remind you of the sort of negative Brentford days, like when he did get negative, you know.
When it was like when they had Norgard and like another double pivot guy. Like you need the Casemiro and you need the Modric. You can't have two Casemiros.
Yes.
We saw that with United for the past 2 years, and it was not good. But yeah, Villa also very very unpredictable. I mean, this is a good win for them for sure, but I just don't like. I don't trust them FPL wise, or even like. I just never know. I'm like a little scared of them against City because I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen in this game. I really don't.
I mean, I would not be that scared because both of these goals were sort of bangers, and I don't see them as reproducible for the most part, you know? Like, yeah. Even Dyche, how he took down that ball for the assist was sick. And he's never that good. So he's like a good crosser, but it's just I haven't seen him do something like that ever. So
I just noticed Oliver benched too. That's crazy. This has been a real fall off for him. And then Morgan Rogers, another return, second time in 2 game weeks.
We're bringing in Rogers.
Yeah, he's making up for lost time. He started the Cole celebration. People forget before Cole Palmer. I mean, Trae Young did it before him, but he was the first one to bring it into the football world. So, yeah. What else? Oh, I actually do want to go back. We should talk about that United Liverpool game too.
Yes.
I think that City's defense is really elite now. I'm a City fan, but I also would be the first to say that our defense has been shit for the past couple of years. And a lot of that is our tactics, but also I think a lot of the success now is Donnarumma The guy is an absolute wall, and I think like his mentality is honestly really good. Like I feel like there is like a psychological thing where with him behind defenders, they just feel more confident and more comfortable, and they're willing to like do their thing. And not like, I mean, it's not like they're risky. They sometimes are, I guess. It's kind of like a big thing that Pep likes. But overall, like yeah, they do they do have like a really solid defense, and I think under Donnarumma we still only allowed like 3 goals total. So yeah, second best defense in the league. We're into second place. Feels good. I still thought that NJ looked really good in that game, as I mentioned. I honestly, yeah, I came out feeling better about him, and honestly, not really feeling much worse about Everton overall too. I still think they're good. I feel like this game was at the Etihad. I think Everton, especially at their home stadium, I forget the name of that new one. They're just good. I think yeah, they're a good team.
Yeah, I think City have
sorry.
gotten more comfortable with the idea of like, I feel like in past seasons, if they weren't really scoring a lot, then they didn't look that comfortable. But they like
Yeah.
in the second half of that game, they really, after getting the goals, it was like never really in doubt ever. And
Totally.
yeah, it's either they're just like choking a team out with possession, like they're just like dominant. But like I feel like they obviously they had a lot of the possession as they do, but like I didn't feel like it was like one of those old suffocating performances, I guess. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, you make a good point, because we had to suffocate teams back then,
Yeah, you
because
had to smother them.
as good as Edison was with the ball, if he faces a certain number of shots, he's like going to allow a goal. He's just not that good of a shot stopper. And Donnarumma, like he could face infinite shots and still say, I mean, I'm a little bit high on him now, obviously, after seeing him for a couple of games, but I really think that he like just really changed the whole landscape. And we used to have trouble seeing games out. I think when like teams closed the gap on us a little bit in the past couple of years because of that, because we didn't want to concede a bunch of shots. So we like still were sort of playing a high line even at the end of games because we wanted to press. So I think that's part of how we lost the Arsenal game, which was with Donnarumma, but I still think it was like sort of a vestige of those old tactics. And yeah, I think we're more comfortable like actually facing on the waves and like facing pressure and just being confident that our defense and Donnarumma can handle it. Also, just wanted to shout out, not really an FPL asset at all, but Nico Gonzalez has been so good ever since Rodri came out injured a couple weeks ago. He's kind of turning into a Rodri regen, honestly, except slightly different profile, to be fair. On the counterattacks, defending wise, Rodri is the best at shutting those down with like a cheeky little tactical foul. And I think that's part of Nico G's game that he could still get better at. But just in terms of passing, he really is like the ultimate metronome. Just spreading the ball and looking good while doing it. So I'm a big fan. I think that's a good transfer. Last but not least, what did you think about this game?
Liverpool are so depressing. Yeah, like I even missed I missed the goal because it happened so soon. The Mbumo goal.
Yeah, it was less than 2 minutes into the game.
Yeah, and yeah, Slot. Like again, like I mean, we sort of talked about it with the Chelsea result, but he hates Kirkez, but still plays Kirkez, and McAllister did not look good again. He might have had a concussion. I don't know. Like after that,
dude, McAllister's bonnet that he was wearing was so funny. It's looking like Petr Cech, but it didn't even have padding on it, which was weird. I don't know.
I know. Yeah, I think maybe it was just for a bandage to keep it in place or something.
Yeah.
But like,
He has CTE, early onset
yeah.
CTE.
But yeah, Gakpo was the only one really trying anything. Salah, one of the chances he had that he missed was so depressing. Like,
Dude, did you see Curtis Jones celebrating it before it went in?
oh no, no, I have
All
not.
right. If you're listening or watching or whatever, you gotta look up. Yeah, that Salah chance. It was a tap in basically, but he sent
Yeah,
it
no,
right
it
at the
is a tap
post.
in.
And
Yeah,
Curtis
like,
Jones turns around. He's like, "Yeah," and then he misses. And then Curtis Jones just like puts his hand in his head and starts like walking back away. Like,
yeah,
it was so funny.
yeah, and VVD looked fraudulent.
VVD, man.
There was that one moment where VVD like sort of deflected the ball into Kirkes's head, and he looked mad at Kirkes. Like he couldn't do anything about it. Like it was just like, dude, you're just coming up with excuses now. But
I was sort of
yeah,
wish
also,
casting. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you go. Sorry.
oh no, you say you go.
I was sort of wish casting Liverpool's downfall before this season. I don't know if I said it on pod or just like talking shit with our Liverpool friends, but I said like VVD and Salah are both like 34 and up.
They are?
Actually, Salah's 33, but still, they're getting up there in age, and I do think that is playing a factor for sure. I mean,
Yeah, for
I
Salah,
think that Salah
yeah,
has like some Liverpool fans say that like he has like a different mindset or something. I think he's just like everyone falls off eventually with age. Like you can't be 50 and still be good at soccer. You can be 33 and still be pretty good. But I saw it with De Bruyne last year. Like he was just kind of a little bit off, and I think that just happens when you get older. I think that's what's happening with the two talismanic Liverpool guys right now.
yeah. It must be said, I think the Jota stuff is having it's putting so much pressure on them. Like
Yeah,
at
that's a
every
good
home
point.
game, they're doing like a tribute, which is definitely well deserved. But it's just like when you win, it's for Jota, but then when you lose, it's like
Yeah.
so disheartening. It's just like it makes
Yeah,
things so much worse.
you
Yeah.
lost and you let down a dead guy.
Yeah. You let down your dead teammate, man. And so I think it's just too much pressure. Because I think coming into the season with all the transfers, even with the tragic news, and like just from a squad standpoint, losing an actually great player,
Yeah.
but
Amazing
like
when he
it could have
plays.
been like, yeah, it could have been like a fairy tale season, where they, defend the league and it's for Jota, but when you don't achieve those heights, it just feels bad. It's like
Yeah.
it's tough.
Also, I feel like this is a generational Bundesliga tax. Maybe not the whole season, because actually Voltemata is like an anti-Bundesliga tax. But
He is
these
beating the allegations.
the Bundesliga frauds, man. Like, where is Jeremy Frimpong? He's one of the premier transfers of this team, and he gets like around 5 minutes a game now. It's crazy.
Yeah, well,
And then
Frimpong was played at right wing for like a little bit, and honestly, he
yeah,
was like, he did get some decent crosses in.
I think
He was
he'll be
okay.
good when he gets when he can play full time. And yeah, AFCON's coming up, so he will get the chance to do that. Honestly, as an FPL asset, could be kind of cheeky too. Right winger.
Oh, yes. No,
Attacker.
when AFCON comes around, yes.
Um,
I will think about it.
and then I don't know. People are really piling on to Verts. I feel like he didn't look that bad during this game, but
No,
he
Isaac
didn't
looked worse.
return. Oh, Isak was so bad. Yeah, Isak. He had that breakaway, and he had a couple actually where he just like shot it right at Lamens. And Lamens, I think, is really good. I feel like I said this even before, even when Bayern Dier was playing. I always was kind of willing to give Lamens a shout, but he played pretty well. But still, Isak was like hitting them right at Lamens, giving him some easy saves, some stat padding. But yeah, that was a
United is
interesting
still
game.
bad.
I mean, United, yeah. I mean, yeah, you look at the stats and it's really actually not that. Um, it's not as good as it looked. Oh, I did want to say Ahmad looked really good. I'm like
He did.
it's kind of shocking that I mean, I guess it's not shocking because they're so like staggered towards attack. I feel like with the players that they've bought and brought in, especially now that they have Cunha and Bumo, etc. Sheshko as well. But I'm surprised that Ahmad just like is not really a factor that much. I feel like at especially like sort of a right wing back where he can bomb up and down. I really like that. I think if Mbumo doesn't play or even Mount, like he's also really good in that right forward spot as well.
The galaxy brained move is to move Mount to the right wing back. Okay, put him in the wing back gulag. He will do it.
Did Graham Potter ever try that?
No, not even Tuchel would have dared. But they
Oh
both
yeah,
played him
Tuchel.
at
That's
inside.
yeah.
They both played him at like inside forward, practically striker. So
Okay, well, Mount under Tuchel at inside forward was generational.
I mean,
he was so good.
yes.
He was banging in free kicks. It was honestly like unbelievable. I remember that season. He was a really good FPL asset too. I had him on my team. Yeah, those were the days.
Yeah.
Take me back, the Tuchel era.
I mean, I'd take Tuchel back still. I would.
Yeah, I mean,
like
he's
I
got
said,
England buzzing.
I saw the Brits. Well, like they were turning on him like a couple months ago, and I will never like if they sack him, I'll never forgive them again.
No,
They've already.
I think they're back in. I think they really like him because he's like been throwing shots at Bellingham, and the Brits are eating it up because they like. I don't know. I think he has like the performative male. Bellingham has like people. Yeah, he just seems very performative. And
I mean, he's Spanish now. He's not even British.
Is that true? I mean, that's like the Trent Alexander-Arnold effect.
Yeah, you go to play in Spain, you're Spanish. Okay, Brexit means Brexit.
Okay. that's where okay.
That's where I'm going.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Joe Bellingham. Poor Joe Bellingham. I don't know if you saw the goal. I'm doing air quotes here if you're listening. That Olise scored, where Joe Bellingham made like a crazy goal line stop, but then like fell on top of the ball basically and kicked it into Olise into the goal. I like Job. I feel like the little brother thing. Like, I hope he's good because I feel like he's just in his brother's shadow.
Gob Bellingham.
Joe. He's a magician. Oh yeah, you actually. This is a good topic that you put in the sheet here, or in the doc. The price changes. There've been a lot of like people are making crazy transfers, I guess. But yeah, do you want to?
It's the content creators. It is
The
literally the
content.
content creators. They are manipulating the market. They're making it hard for us. Gakpo, I transferred him on my wild card, 7.7. He's now 7.5, despite returning every game since then. And then Joe Pedro, everyone turned on Joe Pedro. I don't know. Again, I don't really know why. I mean, he's playing a fair amount, to be fair, but the content creators are like, oh, he's like not essential anymore. You gotta drop him. Stack rising, despite not even getting minutes. He doesn't even get minutes anymore. He can't buy a second on the pitch. And he rose. Voltamata got the hype. And now I have him in my team, which looked fishy. But I was on him early on my first wildcard draft. I had him in there, even though he had to play against Arsenal. I was thinking about it. But yeah, it's just been the FPL creator market manipulation has to be called out, and we will be there.
They're pump and dump. They're doing pump and dump.
They are.
openers. They're treating it like some crypto. No, that was good. We need to clip that. Honestly, I'm putting that on TikTok. But no, it's so true. The stack thing is crazy, and honestly, I think the reason why I had such a good game week, one of them, is because I had a lot of players who were like not really being discussed by other content creators that I just like felt good about. Like we said, no one's talked about Mukiele, but like I think if you just look like if you just look at the stats in every game, like you could tell he's good. And then Mateta, yeah, like people were just really knee jerking on him. So yeah, I mean Mateta price dropped and then rose within the span of 2 days. Like he dropped on Friday, he dropped on Friday, went back up on Sunday, which is just crazy. I mean, yeah, they really might be pump and dumping.
I tuned into FPL Andy's like live stream.
Let's
of, like,
talk
the week
FPL
review. Yeah. He said, if you have Salah, don't sell it. I'm like, you people are insane. I was like,
how are they still? Wow.
I was just like, I mean, I think he might be the only one because I mean, he's also sick in the head because he like always picks Bruno. But,
hey, me too. But I know I'm sick in the head.
Real sickos. But yeah, like I'm just like, know when to just like have some fun, man. It's just like if you have Salah right now, it's really not fun.
No,
even if he gets a haul,
really that good
like,
either. Yeah, they have Brentford next week, but
I feel so unthreatened. I've never felt less threatened than Salah.
Yeah,
not having Salah.
I mean, he in order to make up for his price at this point, he would have to haul like every game week basically,
then
which he could. I mean, I'm still a little bit scared of him because I have PTSD from last year, but overall, I haven't. Life has been great since I got him out in that wild game week 3. I haven't really thought about bringing him in at all. I haven't even really been that scared, and it's worked out pretty well. So don't listen to all the other content creators. They're bad. Just listen to us. But yeah, what else? Who? Gakpo dropped. Fernandez dropped. Honestly, that he should have dropped. Like he's been really disappointing. So I'm not mad about that.
I'd have him drop to 0 if I had it my way. I'd nuke him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not thinking about dropping him personally. He's got Brighton, Forest, Tottenham his next 3. I think he'll get some returns. And I don't really think there are other midfielders who I'm dying to bring in. At least like maybe in a couple weeks, but not right now. Matty Cash still being 4.6 is super weird too. Maybe no one really just owns him.
Or they just like a lot of people brought him in, then they quit the game because they have Matty Cash on their team, so they're just like staying in it.
It's depressing.
Like, keeping his price at the floor, you know.
Yeah. I mean, he was never really a pick that like smart FPL players were making, and I say that as someone who brought him in. But yeah, like looking back at it, it's just like I was going off of vibes. That was another like inebriated decision that I made that was not good. Don't drink in FPL. But yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, we've got Champions League this week, so tap in. Yeah, I'm not going to make any transfers until I see what goes on in those games and just make sure
100%.
Folks are healthy and everything. I've advised that everyone else does the same. And then, yeah, it's good to be back. It's kind of crazy. We were off for 2 weeks. Our last pod was October 6th, so it's been 2 weeks. But yeah, it's good to be back.
We love it. Dyche's back.
And remember, we got YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. I need to start posting more short form content. That is my fault, but I'm gonna get on there. What else? Follow us on Spotify. Tap into our YouTube shorts, the brain rot. We actually have brain rot that's good for you. It's going to make you a smarter FPL asset.
Worse at everything else. Worse at every
yes.
aspect in life other than FPL.
We've got some tasteful music. There was a Geese song attached to my post about Bruno Fernandes, who actually, it wouldn't have even been that bad. I made a TikTok joking about captaining Bruno Fernandes this game week. And yeah, it would have been an okay week. But yeah.
Very brave.
I don't know. Is Dyche still able to play us out now that he is an employed manager again?
Of course. I mean, he's back on his perch.
Yes, back
in the
and
forest
better than ever. And maybe we'll have some new sound bites that we could throw into the pod.
Oh my, yes. Oh well, I mean, he was on TalkSport. I think I mentioned, but like, TalkSport sucks.
Who else is on?
You heard it here first.
On there.
I mean, there's like some former Spurs guy. I forget his name. Oh, Troy Deeney.
Troy Deeney. They let Troy Deeney. Troy Deeney is a mad lad.
What's his name? The old Palace owner. I really don't like him. Like, I really don't like. Yeah, I forget his name. I'm gonna look him up.
I was thinking Alan Pardew for a second.
He has gone on a couple times.
Dude, Alan Pardew, talk about a mad lad. He used to like fight players in the field.
What's his Simon Johnson? You're on my shit list.
Okay. Yeah,
Simon Jordan. I am sorry.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry to Simon Johnson. Simon Jordan. And there's the Chelsea guy. I forget his name now. He does the sometimes he announces games for the Chelsea app, but he's okay.
Okay, yeah, I wouldn't be able to tell you. I mean, honestly, I'm not a big fan of, like, if we're talking about non-tent creators, a lot of the pundits a lot of the soccer pundits in general, I just don't like.
They're pretty bad.
Yeah, like, I don't know, like the banter, the Champions League halftime show is just a banter fest. Like, there's not a lot of soccer knowledge.
Yeah, no, like I saw
I think they're all smart, but like they just don't talk about the actual game.
I saw a video that sort of glazed them, and I'm just like, do the Brits actually think this is good because they're so starved of, actual?
Maybe. I mean,
everything in the British media is just like unadulterated rage bait, and then like they're just like, oh, this isn't rage bait. This is sort of lighthearted, and whatever. But it's not good. It's like it's whatever.
I like Emmy Aluko, I think her name is. She's pretty good. She like does some World Cup stuff, so sometimes on the halftime show with those guys. I like the woman who does that show too. I actually think that she, like, low-key knows ball better than Micah Richards a lot of the time.
I mean, Henri's is all right.
Henri's pretty good. I actually think Carragher is like a pretty smart analyst too, but he is always trying to banter instead of.
In the English media, he sucks.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he's better on that TV on the Champions League show.
I like
temper his behavior.
Was it who's the guy who said like free Palestine and then got kicked off of the air?
Got panned. I don't know.
I think it was Michael Owen. Shout out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Word. Oh, from the BBC.
Yes. Oh, yeah, Gary Lineker. Yeah. It was Gary Lineker.
Yeah, it was Lineker.
Yeah. Shout out to Lineker. But yeah, I guess that's it. I actually have a fantasy basketball draft right now. But yeah, thank you for listening, ladies and blokes. And Dyche, play us out.
Title fight? Get in there! Get in there! You beauty! Come on, you! Love that from you. I didn't say it. No headlines. I did not say we're in a title fight. The media said that we were in a title fight.